Welcome to Verivest. In this video, we will go over how to create an investment account and make an investment on Verivest. Disclaimer: Verivest is not registered with the SEC or any similar state agency, is not an investment advisor, and does not offer investment advice. Verivest does not and cannot recommend any of the managers or investment opportunities referenced on this site. All private investments involve risk and uncertainty, including lower than projected returns and a complete risk of loss of invested capital. Investors should conduct thorough due diligence and consult with qualified legal and financial advisors before making any investment decisions. In this video, we will cover investor requirements for creating an investment account on Verivest.com. Review accreditation requirements, including thresholds to be accredited and the most common pathways to prove accreditation. Discuss types of investment accounts you can use to make an investment with on Verivest. Review how to create an investment account. Review an opportunity page as well as where to find offering documents. Creating your first investment. Investment next steps after you've created your investment pledge. And finally, investor resources that Verivest provides. Setting up an investment account on Verivest.com is easy. In order to create an investment account, you need to be a U.S. citizen or have a U.S. registered tax ID or EIN. Be an accredited investor according to SEC requirements. Please visit sec.gov for more information and comply with AML KYC law. Anti-money laundering, also known as AML, is mandated by national and international authorities and requires financial institutions to screen and perform due diligence on customers and report suspicious transactions. Know Your Customer, also known as KYC, is a component of AML and refers to the way firms verify their customers' identities. Verivest uses a third-party integration to run investors' identity information against public records to verify their identity. Once an investor's account has passed AML KYC, the identity status of their account will be updated to verified. What happens if you get a failed or pending identity status displaying on your investment account? You will see a prompt in your account to upload identity documents. You will need to upload a copy of a valid driver's license, state ID, or current passport. Or if you do not see the prompt, you will receive an email from a Verivest team member reaching out to collect your identity documentation. After identity documentation is uploaded, Verivest will review your documentation. Once your identity has been confirmed, your identity status will be updated to verified. When making an investment from the Verivest network, you will notice that during the pledge process, you will be prompted to answer if you are an accredited investor, and then identify how you will prove your accreditation status. But what does it mean to be an accredited investor? An accredited investor is an individual or entity who meets criteria set out by the SEC relating to income, net worth, or other criteria. To learn more, visit investor.gov. Verivest provides investor accreditation services on behalf of sponsors for opportunities which require investors to be accredited. The documentation investors must provide to verify their status depends on the accreditation pathway being pursued, which will be outlined in more detail in the next slide. Depending on the type of investment account that you use to make your investment, there are different income and asset thresholds required to qualify as an accredited investor. These are the most common ways that an investor will meet the income requirements. Individual investors must either have an annual income of at least $200,000 or more a year individually, or assets of at least $1 million with a spouse or partner. Joint account investors must have a joint annual income of at least $300,000 or have joint assets of at least $1 million. For entity investors, including trusts, the entity or trust must have assets of $5 million, or all members of the entity must otherwise be accredited investors. Lastly, if you are an investment professional in good standing and hold a Series 7, 65, or 82 license, you can use that to meet the accreditation requirements. Additional accreditation standards may apply. For a full understanding of what it means to be an accredited investor, please visit sec.gov for more details. Investors making an investment through Verivest need to provide proof of accreditation in order for the accreditation status of their investment account to be updated to verified. The types of documents that can be accepted for proof of accreditation are a third-party verification letter dated within the last 90 days and signed by a licensed CPA, attorney, or a registered broker, dealer, or investment advisor. If you are using proof of income to become accredited, you will need to provide the 2 most recent years of tax returns showing that you meet the income thresholds. You will also need to send a statement testifying that you expect to meet these income requirements for the current tax year. If you want to become accredited through the net worth pathway, You will need to provide financial statements dated within the last 90 days that show assets in excess of $1 million. You also need to complete a credit authorization form because Verivest will need to have your credit run for any liabilities that may detract from your net worth total. Lastly, if you are a director or executive officer or knowledgeable employee of a fund or the fund issuer, then you can provide a signed officer certificate to meet the accreditation requirement. The types of investment accounts available to create through Verivest are an individual account if investing as yourself or on behalf of someone else, a joint account if investing with another person such as a spouse or partner, a trust, either irrevocable or revocable, an entity, typically an LLC, LP, or a corporation, or a custodied account such as an IRA or 401k. Now that you have an understanding of the basics of AML KYC, accreditation requirements, and the types of investment accounts that can be set up on Verivest, we can review how to make an investment starting from creating your user account directly from verivest.com. In order to create a user account from verivest.com, you'll need to click Log In. Enter your email address to begin. Then enter in your name and create a password. On the next screen, you'll be prompted to enter your phone number, address, and set up an investment account. You also have the option to skip those steps and set them up at a later time. Next, you will receive an email prompting you to confirm your email address. Once you click the link, you will be ready to start the investment process. If you did not receive your confirmation email, contact support@verivest.com. Once your email address is confirmed and you are logged into your user account, if you want to create an investment account but are not ready to make an investment, you can create an investment account by navigating to the Accounts tab at the top right of the screen. You can then select the type of account that you would like to set up, such as an individual account. No matter the type of account you are setting up, you will want to ensure that the legal name of the account is correct, as it will appear on any subscription documents you sign when making investments through Verivest. You also want to make sure that you've entered the SSN or EIN correctly. Also have handy any email addresses, mailing addresses, and identity information for anyone that will need to be associated with the account. Once you have selected a manager with an open opportunity that you would like to invest in, you can review any offering documents associated with the opportunity in advance of making your investment pledge. Navigate to the specific opportunity at the bottom of the manager's page, and then click on the opportunity and scroll to the bottom of the page. You can click on any of the offering documents to download them and review them. If you have any questions specific to the opportunity or the manager, please click the Contact Manager link to send that manager an email. Please remember to not rely solely on information available through Verivest. Be sure to complete your own due diligence by reviewing all offering documents and any other information that you can access about the opportunity. Consult with a legal and financial advisor as needed to ensure you understand the opportunity, including all risks associated with the investment. To make your investment pledge, click on the opportunity and then click on the Invest button. Then enter your total pledge amount and then select Pledge and Continue. You will then be prompted to select your investment account. Once you've selected the account you want to make your investment with, select Continue. You will then be directed to an investment progress screen where you can now add in the funding method you will use to fund your investment, either wire or check. Next, you can add in your distribution preference. Depending on the opportunity, you will likely have the option to either receive distributions or reinvest them back into the offering. You will need to make your selection, and if selecting to receive, it is helpful to have your banking information handy to set up a bank transfer for your distributions. Next, you will need to select if you are an accredited investor, and then select how you'll be proving your accreditation status. Once you've made your selection, you'll be able to upload any documents related to your accreditation. You can also click Continue if you are not ready to upload your documentation. Once you've clicked Continue, you can then make the selection to sign documents. Once you've done this, your DocuSign subscription agreement will be generated directly within the screen. Or if you are not ready to sign your documents, you will receive an email with a link to your subscription agreement. Once you've completed your investment pledge and have generated your subscription documents, you can move the process along by doing the following. Make sure that your identity is showing as verified. If you did not upload any required accreditation documentation when making your initial pledge, you will likely receive a communication from the Verivest Investor Relations team asking for your accreditation documentation. Please respond in a timely manner. Please also review and sign your DocuSign and subscription agreement. Finally, communicate directly with the manager to send funds for your investment. If you need any assistance, Verivest has various resources to help you. First is a support bot located on the bottom right of the screen as you navigate through the website. If you need assistance, simply click on the pink speech bubble and the support bot will pop up. You can search through various support articles, access tutorials, chat directly with support, as well as schedule a meeting with an investor relations team member if needed. Please recall that Verivest does not offer any investment advice and it cannot recommend any specific sponsors or deals. Also accessible from the support bot is the Verivest Help Center, which has several videos, articles, and trainings available to help you become an expert in navigating the investor portal. All the articles are searchable and easy to understand, making this a great resource to use when you have a question. Finally, our investor relations team is waiting to assist you through the entire investment process. From creating an investment account on the platform, answering questions about the investor portal, or making an investment with a sponsor that uses our onboarding services. Investors can schedule a time with a member of the team directly from the support bot on the bottom right of the screen. We hope this video provided you with the tools to create your investment account, submit your accreditation documentation, and make your first investment through Verivest. We look forward to connecting with you soon.